The new album is out on April 15th.
Yes.
So it will be a lot closer to release time by the time this video goes up, because I'm lazy. As you might expect, being English and not very good with other languages in general, I have no idea how to pronounce the album title. So I'm going to let you do it if that's okay.
Yeah, sure, man. The title of the album is Ynglingaättens Öde.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes. I can just about get that it's Månegarm, not Månegarm. So
yeah, with Månegarm to be
Månegarm. Okay.
But a lot of people say Månegarm.
Yeah. Unfortunately, my Swedish is terrible. The only sentence I can say for some reason is "Hunden äter inte mat," which makes no sense.
That's a good start.
But so, what can you tell us about this album? Where does the title come from?
The title Ynglingaättens Öde. It's about royal family or dynasty, you might say, and they were called Ynglingar, or the Ynglingakin, the Ynglinga dynasty, and it's a concept album, and it's about in the 900s, sort of, not exactly sure, but it built on a poem, and the poem is called Ynglingatal, and this poem is from the 900s, and it details this royal kin, this Ynglinga dynasty, and anyway, it details the lives, the deeds, the deaths of a lot of kings, and I mean, it's the poem is consists of 54 verses, I think, and it details the lives of, I think it is 20 Swedish kings, and so we built the album around these stories. So each and every song is about one king.
Okay. Very good.
So that's the story about the Ynglinga dynasty and the concept. Yeah.
Is this a subject you've been wanting to discuss for a long time?
Jakob, the drummer, he's the one that writes the lyrics, and he is today is a history teacher at the university. But when he started to become a teacher, he had a class with, I don't remember the first name, but the last name is Sundqvist, and he's a professor and as I think he held a class with Jakob and the other students, anyway, about this Ynglingatal, this poem, and this Sundqvist knows a lot. Anyway, Jakob then got the idea that he wanted to do a concept album, but at that time we were working on the previous album, Forn Aldar Sagor, also a tricky name, last album anyway. But he kept the idea, and when I showed him some songs and some riffs for the new album, the new songs, he told me about this idea he had in mind, and he really thought that the concept and the lyrics he had in mind would fit the new songs perfectly. So yeah, that's the story behind it. So for a couple of years it has grown into today.
Musically, what separates this from Forn Aldar Sagor?
I often think that is a quite tricky question. I don't know really. I think it's followed the same path in a lot of ways, maybe this album is more melodic. Maybe for me, I think it's a more honest album. The reason why I choose the word honest is I really have been working on this album a lot. I write the songs. Jakob writes the lyrics and I write the music, compose the music. Yeah, but I mean, we had this fucking coronavirus, and for me, I just finished building my little home studio, and for me, it was like some kind of well-needed therapy to work with this album and write songs, and with all the arrangements and vocal harmonies and everything. So for me, I have put my heart and soul into these songs. So, and maybe that's why it feels really honest in a lot of ways. And
Yeah.
But I don't think it's so different from the last album.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you can definitely hear that when the single was released, the music video. That's one that as soon as you click on it, as soon as it starts, you go, "Fuck me!" It's so true, for lack of a better word. You know, it's really something special. You can hear it straight away.
Cool.
As for the recording itself, like you mentioned, you'd built your own studio and everything. Were other members able to come to the studio and record, or did they all have to do things separately?
We did. We have recorded a lot of stuff together. We went to one bigger studio in another town, Studio Underground. We have recorded like nearly all our albums there. Anyway, we recorded drums there. And Pelle, the owner of the studio, also he works as some kind of producer, especially he mixed the album as well and did the mastering. But anyway, to record drums, that's above our pay grade. That's too tricky. I know. I mean, you need a good studio, a lot of knowledge, firstly, and a lot of microphones and stuff, and that we don't have that. So we went to Pelle at Studio Underground to record the drums, and we also recorded the rhythm guitars there, just to save some time. We went there for like a weekend and just did the whole rhythm guitar package. But both for the drums and guitars, we went there, the whole band. But then at my little studio, I recorded the bass and pretty much not all the vocals, but a lot of vocals.
Okay.
And, it's pretty nice to, especially with the vocals. I mean, it ain't every day that I feel in the mood for singing, but some days you really do, and so that's so nice to have my own studio. And then I just go down in the basement and sing. So that's just been awesome, I must say.
Cool. I guess that's part of why you feel it's such an honest album, because every time you recorded the vocals, then you were in that mood, you were in that mindset to do it. You know.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. No, excellent. Like I mentioned as well, you've done a video. I am going to try and pronounce this one. Ulvhjärtat. No.
Good thought. It's a tricky word. Ulvhjärtat.
Okay.
Ulvhjärtat. Yeah. That's in English, wolf heart.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I had a feeling it had something to do with wolves just because of the video of that.
Yeah, wolf. Yeah, that's a wolf.
Okay. Yeah. The video itself is very cool. Like I say, it's got that real sort of winter landscape and everything. It's very. It feels as cold as it looks.
Cool.
Complements the music very well, I think. How much input did you have with the concept for the video?
Pretty much. I think we had two guys, Tobias, who also plays guitar with Månegarm, and Isak, and they have this company Svartna Film, and we had some thoughts how to do it, and Jakob told the guys the storyline, and but they had I mean, we don't have as much money as we would like. I mean, we had a pretty tight budget, you might say. So, I mean, you have to catch the story in a good way with the budget that we had, and I think Isak and Tobias made a great job thinking about how we should present the story in a decent way, and I really think it came out really nice. The story, one, as I said, the whole album is about these Swedish kings of the Ynglinga dynasty, and this song is about actually the last king on the Swedish side. The dynasty then continued to include a couple of Norwegian kings, but we have just focused on the Swedish kings of this dynasty. But this song is about Ingjald, Ingjald the ill ruler, and he was a terrible king actually. As a young boy, he got the advice to eat a wolf heart to become stronger and harder, and so he did. But he also got the mind and temper of the wolf. So he got kind of what you say, treacherous or evil. He became an evil king and did a lot of terrible things to expand his kingdom that he had inherited from his father. So he burned people, other kings alive, just to take over the kingdom and stuff. And so the video, this when the young boy eats the wolf heart and then meets this warrior, which is me, this is a way of showing this transformation from a young boy to this terrible warrior.
Yeah. No, that's interesting. It's great because, you know, talking to you and finding out about this epic poem and everything, like, I really want to go and read it and check it out for myself now. So it's really good. It's a great advert for a 1,000-year-old poem, you know. But I'll also check out the album as well because everything needs a soundtrack. Something else very eye-catching is the artwork itself. And this is done with a long-time collaborator of yours. I'm probably going to mispronounce his name as well because that's what I do. And my Dutch is as bad as my Swedish. I think he's Dutch. Isn't Dutch or Belgian?
From Belgium.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, is it Chris Vervimp?
That's how I say it. So,
okay.
Yeah.
So like I say, he's worked with you for a long time on many different albums.
Yes.
What is it about his style that you think fits the band perfectly?
I don't know, but it just does. And as you say, we have worked with Chris for so many years, not for the first album.
No.
It was a Swedish painter. I think his name, is dead now, unfortunately. But I think he was named Roland Pantse. Roland and Pantse. Anyway, except for the first album, Chris Vervimp has made every single cover art since that day. Actually, it was on the album Nattväsen, released in 2009, I think. We had on the original release, we have another cover art, but then we remastered it and released it again, and then Chris made a cover on that one as well. So he has made every cover art except the first one. But I mean, for us, Chris is a part of Månegarm, sort of. I mean, when we is thinking about making a new album, and we think of Chris because that's the thing. Månegarm needs a Chris Variant cover art. I mean, I think it's a great artist, and we come up with some ideas for the cover art, how we want it. For the last two, Jakob has presented his idea in text to Chris, and he is just amazing. Then out of Jakob's explanations, he he paints this fantastic art. So yeah, it's great.
Yeah, and something that I noticed as well is that there does seem to be artwork for every song on the album as well, which is quite rare. You know, normally it's there's your front cover, maybe the back, and that's it. But every painting is amazing. It really is. You know.
Yeah.
Was it important to you to have that? Sorry.
No, just Chris himself. He calls these paintings for every song. He calls them sketches, but I think it's as good as any cover art itself.
Yeah, I mean, if I could sketch like that, I'd be pretty impressed with myself. You know?
Yeah, I agree.
Was it important to you to have like a visual representation for every song on the album to kind of convey the story a little bit better?
Yeah, it certainly was, because I mean we wanted to do this what do you say? What is lyric?
Lyric video.
Yeah, no, this lyric concept.
Okay.
Was the word I was searching for. We want to do this concept album fully. So for us, it was kind of important to have a painting that represented each and every song in a really good way. So that was the idea from the start, and as we both have seen, he made a great work, Chris.
He really did, yeah. Just finally then, going forward, what's the plans once the album comes out? Do you have live dates lined up, festival appearances or anything?
Yeah, a couple. On the release day, we will play in Stockholm, so that will be our release gig of April in Stockholm. We live in Norrtälje. It's just 70 kilometers north of Stockholm, so it's really close. And the weekend after that, we will play 2 more Swedish shows in towns called Örebro and Linköping. So that will be cool. So it's like a mini tour. three Swedish days. But then in May we will play a Norwegian festival in the beginning of May called Karmøygeddon.
Oh yeah.
It's a great festival. Not that big. I think it's like 3,000 people maybe. But great bands, great organization, and great environment and everything. So and then we have a German gig in late May, and then maybe the highlight of the summer must be Sweden Rock Festival.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so we have been booked for Sweden Rock Festival. I think it was 2020, but yeah, then came COVID. So, but that will be amazing. I mean, as a Swedish band, it's a dream to. We haven't played that Sweden Rock before, so that will be fantastic.
Wonderful. Are you on like the main stage or on the second stage or something?
Actually, I don't really know, but I think that we will play on Saturday. The headliner on Saturday is Guns N' Roses.
Oh.
I haven't seen them, but I've listened to Guns N' Roses a lot, of course.
Yeah.
But so that would be cool. But I think we play at a smaller stage on Saturday. But I mean, smaller probably includes a couple of thousand people. So
Oh yeah,
it'll be totally amazing.
excellent. Well, Erik, thank you very, very much for taking the time to speak to me today. I really do appreciate it. I wish my Swedish was as good as your English. So I'll just say tack så mycket.
Thanks, man.
Look after yourself, Erik. Good luck with the album.
Yeah, thanks so much, man.